Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Wade Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. The 1977 top set doesn't really feature any big name rookie cards. Sure, you have the Andre Dawson multiplayer rookie card, the Bruce Sutter rookie card, and the multiplayer Dale Murphy rookie card, but that's pretty much it. So I was really curious to find out which cards would make the top 10 most valuable cards from the 1977 top set. Now, as I've been doing in my previous videos and moving forward, I'll be taking a look at the prices, the average VCP prices of the collector grade +1. So for the 77 tops, I'm going to be ranking those cards based on their PSA 8 values. So without further ado, let's go check out the top 10 most valuable 1977 Topps baseball cards. Let's get started with number 10. At number 10, we have the Pete Rose. In a PSA 8, there are 1,171 graded copies. They sell for around $71. In a PSA 9, there are 536 graded copies, and they run you just over $270. In a PSA 10, though, there are only 38 copies, and they go for around $3,600. At number 9, we have the George Brett. There are 1,085 copies in a PSA 8, and they sell for around $73. In a PSA 9, there are 345 copies that run you just under $390. There are 43 PSA 10s, and they go for around $4,337. At number 8, we have the Carlton Fisk. In a PSA 8, there are 262 graded copies, and they sell for around $84. In a PSA 9, there are 139 copies that go for just over $250. But in a PSA 10, there are only 11 graded copies, and they go for around $2,550. At number 7, we have the Reggie Jackson. In a PSA 8, there are 577 graded copies, and they sell for around $87. In a PSA 9, there are 195 copies, and they go for right around $350. But in a PSA 10, there are 15 graded PSA 10s, and the last one sold for an amazing $15,000. At number 6, you have the Mark Fidrich rookie card, the Bird. While not a Hall of Famer, he was a very popular player in the late 70s. This is his rookie card. In a PSA 8, there are 488 copies, and they sell for around $88. In a PSA 9, there are 126 copies. They sell for just a little over $300. But in a PSA 10, with only 16 copies graded, they go for around $5,000. At number 5, we have the Dale Murphy rookie card. In a PSA 8, there are 1,614 graded copies, and they sell for around $97. In a PSA 9, there are 638 graded copies, and they sell for around $325. In a PSA 10, there are 63 graded copies, and they sell for $3,741. At number 4, we have the Andre Dawson rookie card. There are over 2,000 graded PSA 8 copies, and they go for around $100. In a PSA 9, there are 565 graded copies, and they sell for just over $430. In a PSA 10, there are a good number of PSA 10s at 58, yet they still go for around $4,160. All right, on to the top 3. At number 3, We have the Tom Seaver. In a PSA 8, there are 430 copies, and they sell for around $123. Now, in a PSA 9, there are 90 copies. They sell for around $1,370. That would be good for the number one most valuable card if I was looking at PSA 9 graded copies. In a PSA 10, there are only 8 graded PSA 10, and they sell for around $9,000, which would be good for the number 3 spot on the top 10 list if we were looking at PSA 10 values. At number 2, we have the Thurman Munson. Maybe a surprise to some of you, but I've been actually looking to add this card to my collection, probably in a PSA 7, and even at that level, those Thurman Munsons are notoriously off-center or have ink roller marks on them, very hard to find in really high grade condition. In a PSA 8, there are 324 copies, and they go for around $125. There are 80 PSA 9s and go for just over $900, which would be good for number 3 on the top 10 list for PSA 9 graded copies. There are only 4 PSA 10 copies of the Thurman Munson. They go for around $5,025, which would be good for number 4 on the top 10 list for cards graded at the PSA 10 level. All right, on to the number 1 most valuable 1977 Topps card in a PSA 8. You have an idea who it may be? It is none other than Nolan Ryan. In a PSA 8, there are 1,283 graded copies, and they sell for around $178. In a PSA 9, there are 283 copies. They sell for $1,109, which would be good for number 2 on that top 10 list. There are 20 PSA 10s, and the last one sold for $16,800, which would also make it the number 1 most valuable card from the 77 Topps set in a PSA 10 grade. There you go, the top 10 most valuable 1977 Topps baseball cards. Were you surprised that the Bruce Sutter rookie card did not make the top 10 list? What do you think about the rankings of the Dale Murphy and Andre Dawson rookie cards on the top 10 list? Would love to know your thoughts in the comments. With that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.